Hello, freaks.
Hello, everyone.
This is episode
7?
already?
Damn.
Wow, we've been doing this for a while.
We have upgrades now.
When do we get famous?
Like, they haven't seen this yet.
Yes, brand new couch, nice setup. We've upgraded.
Doesn't it look like we're in, like, those, like, girl YouTubers?
Now all we need is like that neon sign in the back.
Oh, yeah?
This is Beauty and the Freak.
And then we're set. We're famous.
And how many followers do we have now?
I think we have 9 subscribers. That's crazy, isn't it? That's actually taken, like, 9 people were like, yo, I want a notification. Like, I want them to pop up in my feed when they post.
How many of those 9 people are you again?
Probably just 1.
Okay, great. So actually, we got 8 people plus Evan.
That's a lot.
Thank you to
That's
all our
8
subscribers.
souls.
Subscribe, and I promise I'll be your best friend forever. He might not.
No, I'll remember everyone.
Oh, do you know any of our followers' names?
Just shoot me a DM and send me a screenshot.
He doesn't.
And then I'm going to remember you.
Okay. Today we have kind of a different thing going on. We have a few, like, discussion games prepared.
Yeah, so we're going to first play this game called, like, Is This a Deal Breaker? So we're going to say something, and then we're going to ask the other person, is this a deal breaker? So
Thanks for explaining that.
basically, I'm just going to ask a prompt, and then we'll just jump into it then.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so we'll just start with this one. Is it a deal breaker if the partner is super flirty? So context, like, let's say you're in a group of people, and, like, they're always, like, talking to someone of the opposite sex, and they're like, oh, they're just my friend, but, like,
Yeah.
they're, like, flirty with
Absolutely. It's the principle of it. It's very disrespectful to flirt with other people right in front of you. It's a different if they're like a charismatic person who is just extroverted and likes to talk to everybody. I know a few people like that and they're amazing. But in terms of like being with somebody who only flirts with the members of the opposite sex in front of you, like that just has no disregard for your feelings whatsoever. And
Okay,
that's absolutely a deal breaker.
What if, like, those charismatic people you're talking about, is that a deal breaker? If they're just...
No, I think it depends on like you, like, are you the jealous type of person? Because I think if I was even just like 10% more jealous, that would drive me crazy.
Yeah, I think it's a deal breaker for me. Even if it's not flirty, if it's like just charisma and they're just like using it on everyone, it's like, yo.
Really?
Like, it depends on the context.
Like, say you're at a party and this guy, like, or this girl talks to like everybody, not just exclusively guys, but like to girls, to guys, like to everybody. Like a social butterfly. There's so many social butterflies out there. That's like a bad, that you would
But if
break
they're, like,
up with them?
They're super, like, close, like they're like laughing, hugging.
No happiness is allowed if you date Evan.
Like,
you have to be miserable all the time if you're not talking to him.
But if it's like coming off as flirty.
Okay,
like,
okay.
Like, here's what I say. Here's the thing.
Flirty, like touching your arm.
Yeah.
Like, okay, that's...
Because here's the thing with, like, if a guy gets that treatment from someone, they're automatically going to have a crush on them.
Is that true?
Not automatically, but typically. Like, I feel like because attention isn't as, like, given to guys.
Okay.
Like, getting that kind of attention of, like flirty attention, like laughing at all their jokes, like being super bubbly and giggly.
Yeah.
Is like, even though you might not, okay, they definitely would think this is flirting, but like, even if you don't think it is, like, it's coming across as it is, as like this person likes me.
So I feel like whether or not it would be a deal breaker would be if you confront that person and tell them, like, kind of makes me uncomfortable that you're talking to like all these guys like that and like touching them and like seeming very flirty. And whether or not they're like, that's just how I always am, or like they're just friends, or like it's not that deep, like that's like red flag behavior.
Yeah. I don't think I could ever date someone who is that
Extroverted.
Yeah,
like
that
social
extroverted.
Me neither. I feel like those people belong, like, social butterflies belong with other social butterflies. To anybody else, it's like you're doing too much.
Yeah, it's like because then, especially if you start dating them, you're like, weren't you treating me the exact same way when we started talking? to the point where it's
Yeah.
like, were you flirting with me? And like, are you flirting with these other people?
Well, I feel like that's a trust thing. Like at the end of the day, you have to trust your partner. If you don't, then like what's the point of being in a relationship? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But again, it's just like the action makes it a little bit harder to like believe that, I guess. I think it's a red flag, but not a deal breaker unless they talk exclusively and flirt with the other sex. Then that's like weird. That's like there's no excuse. You're not a social butterfly. You're just a flirt.
Yeah. Okay, next one.
Okay.
Their friends cheat. Is this a deal breaker?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely 100. Well, let me flip the question. If your best friend cheated on their significant other, would you stop being friends with them? See, that's a hard question.
I think yeah, because this one is more so. I would kind of want to know how they feel about it. Like how they feel about it. Like, do they feel guilty? Are they like embarrassed by their actions?
Yeah.
But if they are, then it's like absolutely like I would not ditch them.
You would not ditch them if they cheated.
Yeah.
So my thing is,
Would you?
See, when you ask me, my best friend is my boyfriend, so it doesn't really. Like,
Okay, now
my best girlfriend. I've known her for a very long time.
And she cheats
And
all the
however, no. I think that I make friends with people who would not cheat. I feel like the type of person to cheat, I just would not get along with them. Just because of the way they are. Like, I feel like the people who cheat, they have this certain like morals or lack of morals. They're a specific type of person, right?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just not compatible with those type of people. So just by my nature, I wouldn't have those people in my circle of friends. Right? So that's why I think it is a red flag if if their friends cheat, because you don't really get to choose who's your family, but you get to choose who your friends are. And so you are intentionally associating yourself with people who are cheaters. And that's like a decision you make, right? To keep these people in your life, right? And eventually those people change who you are. You become a reflection of your friend group.
They're influencing
right?
you. If
right?
you go to them for advice, like this
that's
is the
why
person that's giving you advice. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I think like after a while, you and your friends become more and more similar. If you hang out with cheaters, I think you will become a cheater. Like maybe I'm thinking of it too black and white, but I think if you hang out with cheaters, you will become eventually a cheater.
Yeah, probably.
Probably?
Like you would be in those situations, you know, where they'd be like, "Oh, just cheat."
like justifying it.
Yeah.
I no tolerance for that. Like that, I think
breaker.
that deal breaker. For you, if your best friend cheated, you would still like be their best
Depends.
friend.
Are they a chronic cheater?
Well, how many times does it take to be a chronic cheater?
2. Because I've met people who are chronic cheaters.
Really?
And they, I absolutely their soul irks me, you know.
Yeah.
Like one of my exes, their friends was a chronic cheater.
That's...
And I was like, why are you friends with them?
Yeah, why are you friends with them?
Like this person, they would cheat with random people, you know?
Oh, like not even like
Yeah,
I couldn't resist him. We're so close. It's just like random spot.
Yes.
Wow.
A stranger.
That's so
stranger
gross.
who goes up and flirts with them.
That's really gross.
And then I'm like, yo, how? What the fuck, you know?
Yeah.
So I would say, if they're chronic cheaters, then yeah, deal breaker. But if it was I just heard there was a rumor that their friend cheated once, that's how their friend last relationship ended, then
maybe it's
sure.
not. Yeah.
It's
I guess it depends on the circumstance too.
Yeah.
I think because it shows you're not trustworthy.
Yeah.
I think that's the underlying thing, and I don't feel like I make friends with people who are not trustworthy.
Now this next one.
Okay.
What would you do? Is it a deal breaker if they have body odor that you don't like?
Okay, this one's so weird. This one's so weird.
Some people, don't you think sometimes it's just they are not in control of it?
Genetics?
Yeah, it's just genetically.
you're diagnosed with chronic stinky.
Some people, you don't think some people are kind of like that?
Oh, I absolutely
like-
do.
Especially, like, sometimes it's just, they can't do anything about it, you know? They can't just
Like
not
you're
smell
saying,
bad.
you're saying there are some people who, after showering and using soap and using deodorant, they're still chronically stinky.
Not directly after that, but, like, they do it in the morning, and then by, like, 5 p.m.,
They're stinky.
they're, like, after, like, sweating and whatever, like, then they're, like, they have a set, like...
If I really like the person, I feel like I would like the smell of their stink. I'm telling
All
you.
of their
I'm
stink?
I'm telling you. It's a biological thing. I read it somewhere. It might have been TikTok. I don't know how true this is, but I'm putting it out there. I'm pretty sure you like the scent of your partner because of there's like a biological like match, like genetic compatibility.
I've heard this.
Yeah.
So you would say it's a deal breaker then, just because of that.
I think if
study.
I'm repulsed by their scent, I wouldn't be dating them. You know what I mean? Right? Because that's like their natural scent repulses me. Can you imagine marrying somebody who you hate the smell of?
Yeah, but then you could tell them like, hey, like, your body odor is kind
Okay.
of strong. Like, go take a shower.
It's a red flag if they are very clean but still stinky and I hate it. But if it's just a matter of being clean, like you can fix that.
But
right?
what if it's like not, like, let's say you both go to the gym together,
Okay.
and then
I
they
don't
end up
go to the
smelling
gym.
after
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Which is just like, it's just natural body odor, like they can shower it off.
Yeah.
But like, it naturally occurs, you know?
I think I would just break up with them.
You would.
Well, it's nothing to do with their personality. It's just like if I can't
just
stand
think.
the smell of you, because you're around someone so long if you're dating them. Can you imagine sticking around for years with somebody who you hate the smell of?
I think it's fun. I feel like it's normal. Don't you think like some people are like they go home to their husbands and they're like, yo, like you're so sweaty, like you smell, like go.
Personally,
Especially when you get older.
personally,
Wouldn't your BO get
no.
better? Worse?
I think BO gets better as you age.
Really?
Yeah, I think you sweat less when you get older. Isn't that true? I don't know. Somebody fact check it.
But deal breaker for you? I'd say it's not a deal breaker for me. Like,
Okay,
I could
so do you
make
date
it
to
work.
marry though? Because imagine you're dating this person, you hate the smell of them, you get married
I
to
hate
them,
the
you
smell
hate the
of them
smell.
when they're like after a long day, I guess. But then
Every day might be a long day.
yeah, then it would just be like tell them to go take a shower or tell them to put on deodorant.
Okay, you might not like because you're not in a relationship, but I am. So, that's not what I meant. But like when I smell my boyfriend, that's like crack to me. That's like crack cocaine. That's like I want a diffuser smelled like my boyfriend. Like I want to.
What does he smell like? This is his
a
natural
boyfriend?
scent. It's
Just
not,
he
it's
smells
not
like
cologne.
no. It's just like natural scent. Like that's addicting. I could just like stick my nose and just inhale like I'm like a vacuum machine. And that's like the best. If you like
Even his armpits?
right
Especially
in there. Like I don't even care. It smells like boyfriend. Like that's you know?
Yeah.
Like I want a perfume smelled like him.
No, I could see that. I could see that. Like, no, that is true. I think there's times where I'm like, yeah, like this person, you like the smell of them. And of course, like if they smell really bad, you wouldn't be doing
Yeah.
that. Those kind of things.
Date somebody you like the smell of. You're gonna be around them a lot.
Like smelling hair. Like
Yeah.
like, imagine it smelled bad, and it's like, oh my god, like yo, get out of here.
Yeah.
That is true, but that's unfortunate for anyone who has like naturally bad BO.
Okay, somebody out there thinks their BO smells great.
Yeah, somebody.
Just not you.
Okay, what about they don't get along with your friends? Is that a deal breaker?
I don't think so. What do you
So
think?
what if your friends hate her or him? Your friends don't like him, and
It depends
and
why.
he doesn't like them.
Because I feel like my friends are great people. They wouldn't just hate somebody for no reason. So if they hate you, you piss them off. And it's probably because you didn't treat me well.
And what if he hates them too, because they don't treat you well?
What? My friends do treat me well, though. That's the thing.
Why are you with people who hate you? Yeah.
I don't think it's a deal breaker.
Okay, let's say it's just your friends hate like your friends hate him.
It depends why. Like, are they just
What if
being
they're like,
haters?
oh, he's an asshole.
Then I think I would have to like reevaluate.
Yeah. But what if to you you're like yeah. To you you think, oh, like he's just like he's fine. Like,
But can I trust myself though? Like at that point, if all of my friends are telling me this guy treats you bad, he's a red flag, and I'm sitting there dumb as fuck, twiddling my thumbs, thinking, no, it's normal. He's not that. It's not serious. Like, then I'm the dumbass in that situation, right?
so you'd say it's a deal breaker. Okay, let's say it's not. Let's say it's just they don't get along. Like they're just
personality
awkward.
wise.
They're just like they don't like talking to each
No,
other.
I don't think it's a deal breaker. Some people just aren't compatible like that. Just because you have a
Yeah.
friend of a friend doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be friends. And that's okay, right?
Yeah.
Why? Do you think it's a deal breaker?
No, I think if they're like quiet around each other, that's fine. If they hate each other,
Okay, hate
I
is
don't
a
know.
strong word.
I don't know. I guess you've never been in that position because I have.
Where-
I've been the person that their friends hate. But like that person is like was like my number one defender. They're
And-
like,
and-
no, he's not that bad. They'll be like, no, he's just. They're like, no, you guys just like you need to just meet him. Like you like it's one of those like you're only hearing these stories.
They hated you before they even met
But-
you?
There's
The
a lot
fuck
of
did you
context
do?
to it. There's a lot of context to it. So I feel like in this situation it was just because it was like I was stealing their friend away from them. Like they were like a trio or whatever. Yeah. So they were like super close and like super super close basically. And then it was like now they're not like hanging out with them
Well,
because I'm going out with them.
and did it last? So, I mean,
No.
I guess it was a deal breaker.
Maybe but for me, I guess no. I think it would be a deal breaker if it was in that context. If like my friends hated them,
Yeah, I
then
guess.
out for like
Can you imagine how awkward like birthdays would be,
yeah.
like Christmases?
You haven't experienced that ever, like you. Hated
I've only
your
dated,
friend's
like-
boyfriend.
Oh,
Like you were the friend in this situation.
oh yeah, yeah, and I
You're
had
like-
good reason too. I've seen some shit, and like the one thing that irks me so bad is like I just want to grab her by her head and shake her and say, "What the fuck are you doing with this person?" But obviously, like the hardest part is like letting go of that and like as long as she's happy, she's an adult, she's in control. Like this is a lesson she's gonna have to learn, and then when she learns that lesson, I'm just gonna be there with my arms crossed.
That's
Well,
a lot of
well,
life,
well.
You know, that's a lot of life. It's like you don't have control over these things. Like
I know.
Anyone can make their own decisions, and
Isn't that so frustrating?
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now what if they never post you online? Is that a deal breaker?
I feel like that's a very like juvenile thing to get upset about. I know a lot of people, maybe this is controversial. A lot of people are upset about like, oh, my boyfriend never posts me. That's a red flag. I don't think it's a red flag. If they're doing it to hide you from somebody, then yes.
But how would you wouldn't know that they're hiding you from someone. Unless but you typically wouldn't know. You just like, why don't you post me?
Here's the thing. I don't post on social media either.
Yeah.
I
But
post,
you do post them.
Okay. I do, but like
Like imagine he was like, don't post me.
that's the thing. I'm that don't post me person. Like I don't want to be like, or when I do post or when I do ask to be posted, it's like don't have my face in it. It's just like very like low key.
Yeah.
Like I've been soft launching him for 4 years, and he, like I'm telling him to do the same thing. Like I don't want to be like,
Seen, yeah.
don't you find it kind of cringe to have like couples photos on your Instagram? Maybe it's just because I don't have any posts on my Instagram, but like I don't like being publicly broadcasted because that's nobody's business. That's the thing. And I guess that's where the red flag comes in. Like, oh, you're hiding me. But like, in and of itself, I don't think being not posted is something worth breaking up for. What do you think?
I've never been in the position where I'm like, I really want to post this person. Just because I've never been in that kind of like...
He's never been in love.
Basically. Like, I've never been like, I want this person, I want everyone to see this, you know? Like, oh, like, I'm going to take a picture, like, a couple's photo, and, like, I want to post this. Like, never... Yeah, and I do think it's kind of cringy. Like, if I did, it's like... It's just cringy on the feed, you know?
It's
like
just,
to other people.
Yeah. Like, unless you're one of those people who post all the time, like an influencer or whatever, like, you know, like one of those people who... I feel like everybody knows people who are just, like, regular people, but they're on public and they have, like, 1,000 or something followers and they just post all the time and their feed is really aesthetic and, you know, that one girl from university. Everyone has that one girl from university, right?
But I guess it's if they would post you. Like me, I would post them. Like if they wanted to be on this show, I would put them on the show, depending on how funny they are. But
depending on how funny they are.
If they weren't posting me and they were like a big chronic poster, like influencer type.
Yeah.
And like, they weren't soft launching me either, so they were like appearing single.
That's
then I would be kind of iffy.
But if they're just one of those people who never post at all, I don't think that's a big deal.
And that's whatever. Yeah, that's fine.
I feel like it's such a juvenile thing to get upset about. Because at the end of the day, who cares about like... And now... If you are in a committed relationship and you're in a stable committed relationship, I don't think you care about what other people think of your relationship. Right?
Right? But I think it's more so that you don't want this person... It feels like this person's trying to appear single. I think that's kind of where it stems.
Okay. What if you were like dating this girl? Like one of the girls who are kind of like low-key IG models who post on their stories or post on their feed, like not too racy pics, but like revealing pics. Was that like a red flag for you? Would you break up with her over that?
Depends. Like, is she like... Does she make money off of Instagram?
Are you asking if she has an OnlyFans?
Not necessarily. But, like, if she's making money from it, then I think keeping the boyfriend in the shadows is fine.
Is a good idea. Like a business move.
Business-wise, it's a good idea.
She's an entrepreneur.
If she's doing it, like, if she's not making any money from it, or, like, if she does, like, skincare or something that isn't, like, impacted by, like, male fans, then I don't see why like having a boyfriend aesthetic would be bad. So that's so on Instagram it would depend on what her career or how she
her Instagram
she's making money from it, business decision wise.
I feel like that, yeah. Because a lot of people get really upset when they don't get posted, like on National Girlfriend Day or whatever.
Do you think it's a deal breaker if your partner is a K-pop stan? Like,
well, I feel like this is really targeted right now.
If you were targeted to who? To you?
Yeah. I feel like I would say I'm a K-pop stan. Like, not too crazy anymore.
And an insane one, you know? Like they post birthdays. Like, they'll buy a cake for a K-pop idol's birthday and celebrate their birthday at home.
Okay,
this is a real story.
No way. You know one of these people?
Yes. I've seen someone post a picture of a K-pop idol person, and they zoomed in and onto his chin hairs and saying, like, this is driving me crazy, OMG.
What?
His little chin hairs. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Hey, you literally told everybody in 12th grade that you were a furry growing out your fur because you had a few chin hairs.
Yeah, but I wasn't idolized for it.
You tried
I was
to be.
I was straight away from it.
You were in like grade 12 calc. Hey guys, my fur is growing out.
I was banished for that. I was alienated for that. I wasn't praised like this guy was.
Okay.
So if your partner was on that type of level, like for you, if it's like if a guy is like idolizing like girl K-pop artists, it's like celebrating their birthday, like posting in their story, "Happy birthday."
Okay. That is low-key embarrassing as the girlfriend.
So deal breaker.
I think so. Okay, here's the thing. Like, celebrity crush, perfectly fine. Okay? If you're normal about it.
Yeah.
If you're fucking weird about it, then yeah, it's a deal breaker.
Same.
Getting a cake for... Okay, to be honest, to be fair, that might have been something I would have done like 6, 7 years ago. 8 years ago. How old am I?
So when you're 15.
Yeah. But that's when you're 15. You're
Yeah.
a kid, right? You're dumb. Sorry if anybody watching is 15. You're not dumb. I take it back. But like, how are you if you're any age over 18, dare I even say 19, you can't be doing that shit anymore.
This is gonna be mean, but I feel like I can't take these people serious.
No, that's right.
Especially in a relationship, you'd be like, you see your girlfriend post, you open her story, and it's her like saying happy birthday to someone who doesn't know her. It's like, what?
It's different from like liking a birthday post for them, or like following them on social media, buying their albums, even having a poster. Depending on what the poster looked like, I'd be fine with. You know?
If it's a revealing like hot poster.
Okay, that
Deal breaker.
no. I would not like them to have that in their room.
And they're like,
Right.
this is me. It's me, it's the poster.
Okay, but like I feel like there's a difference between the type of people who have body pillows of them and just like normal, regular people.
Yeah.
I feel like once we get into body pillow territory, that's like run for the hills. Because
Yeah.
also I feel like every time we like hook up or something, I'd be thinking in my
They're
head,
thinking of the other person.
is he even here with me right now? Is he in the room with us right now? Or is he somewhere in fucking like Korea?
Yeah.
Or Japan or something? So yeah. I think that's where I stand.
I feel like I could see someone like that, but I wouldn't date them.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's hard to take them serious.
Yeah.
Now, I think we have this last one.
Okay.
Of like, they follow similar. Let's say their following is like very, like they follow IG models. They follow, let's say, okay, is this a deal breaker? They follow a lot of lewd accounts.
Ooh.
You have to think about this. I would
Like-
instantly know.
That you're coming from a
But actually, this might change my. But what if? Are they following them on their main account,
Okay.
or do they have a public, like a private account?
I think it's 10 times better if they have a spam account
If they
to
have
do
like
that.
a Finsta to do it.
If just the baseline, because it shows some amount of intelligence.
Yeah.
Because you have to be dumb. You have to have no brain cells to follow these type of accounts on your main.
I've known guys like that.
Me too. And you know why? Because I'm crazy. And I go through people's followings. And I see all of
Yeah.
these accounts.
I'm bored. I click follower. I'm like, who does this guy follow? And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
On your main account.
Like, you are completely brain dead if you are on your main at your big age of like 20 something following like IG baddies when you're in a relationship, or just even in general. Like, do that on your spam.
Yeah, do it in private.
Do it in private. I feel like if he was following them on his public page before he dated me, but then unfollowed when he dated me, I would keep that in a mental note for some time later,
Yeah, but not a
but I
deal
wouldn't
breaker?
immediately break up. But if he was dating me and he was still following those pages and liking their stuff, like I'd bring that up with him.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. I don't want to be that girl who's like, unfollow all the girls you follow because you're dating me. Like, I
Okay,
think that's
now, is that a
that's
deal breaker?
Yes, that's excessive. That's like insecure. But there becomes a point where it's like, if they're half naked models on your For You page, like, what are you doing with me? Like, that's just disrespectful.
Now, if a guy says unfollow this one girl, no, he says unfollow this one guy.
Okay.
Because I'm kind of like, I don't feel comfortable with you talking to him.
Like, is this guy like one of those like gym bros who are like very like sexual for no reason?
Like, let's
Like on
say it's
Instagram?
like your guy friend.
Oh,
Like
okay.
a
This is not
neutral
a
guy
this is
friend.
not like an Instagram model.
No, this is someone you know personally, and let's say it's like a guy coworker or someone, like someone who you don't talk to on a very often.
I feel like you talk to your coworkers.
No, like let's say ex coworker or something.
Okay.
Like someone that you don't cross paths with too often, but like you have like once every now and then.
So why would he be insecure about, like, why would he be worried about me talking to them if I don't talk to them?
Okay, let me recreate a situation. Let's say they're like a mutual friend.
Fine.
Like you will hang out with them like once every 2 months.
Sure.
To catch up.
Sure.
And then this person's like, oh, I don't like how you like spend time with this guy. Because they're kind of getting a little jealous.
I feel like that's a red flag. Because
Yeah.
why, like, I think you can be dating somebody and happily in a relationship and have perfectly platonic, normal relationships and friendships, like, with the other gender. Like, case in point.
Do you ever have things where you're like, have you ever asked a guy to do that? To be like, unfollow this girl?
Never. Like, I feel like that's kind of like controlling, and if I have to ask you to unfollow them, if they're like completely normal, like they're not posting like bikini pics every day, right?
Yeah.
If I have to ask you to unfollow a perfectly like, just like a normal account, like a normal girl,
Yeah, just to make you feel
then yeah,
more secure?
that shows that
You're-
number one, I'm insecure about that. Number two, I don't trust you. And again,
Yeah.
like bring it back, like if you don't trust your partner, why are you dating them?
Yeah.
Don't date someone you don't trust. Easy as that.
Same. If someone told me to unfollow someone, like if they said unfollow Cameron, because there's people that are like that. That are
Yeah,
like,
oh, I know.
like don't talk to this girl anymore.
Yeah.
We are like, yo, we like we don't like we see each other like once a month or something.
Yeah.
You're like, yo, like what? Like to me, it's like no, I'm picking my friend over you.
Like I think jealousy can be in certain scenarios
Like truth, it's real.
real, and like it could be like kind of attractive. Like
Oh.
a little bit of jealousy in a specific scenario. But I feel like if you're jealous just in day-to-day life of like the girls that he might talk to or the guys that she might talk to, like that's a you problem. Like my boyfriend, I hang out with you every week to film podcasts. And not once has my boyfriend ever been like, Cameron, this Evan guy is up to no good. I don't want you hanging around Evan anymore. Like, the fuck is that? You know?
Yeah.
Like, it's about trust.
But I also have that like I know these people exist, which is like, it's scary. As in like you have to like it makes me question like, how I have to be perceived.
How you have to act around
Like if I
certain
say
people.
like if I were to tell them, hey, I have a podcast, and they watch it and they see it's a girl, I think like that will make them.
Scare.
I think that can actually
scare the
scare
hoes.
people. Do you think so, or do you think? I think it could scare some types of people.
Some types of people.
Because those people who tell people
Exactly.
to unfollow,
Exactly.
unfollow
No,
other girls.
I feel like, no, because I'm friends with a guy who's a great guy, amazing. And his best friend is a girl. And he said that his girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend now, hated that idea that his best friend was a girl. But he was completely platonic with her.
Yeah.
And he would, I can vouch for him, he's an amazing guy. But, like, there are people out there who, doesn't matter how, like, good of a person
Yeah.
you are,
They're like no girl best friends.
I understand the sentiment of not wanting to look fucking stupid.
Oh yeah, like if they got cheated on.
Yeah. And it's like everyone's like, What did you expect? Well, well, well. I told you so. Who could have saw this coming? Like,
Yeah.
I understand not wanting to be perceived as the stupid fuck. But
Yeah, not feel embarrassed.
isn't it kind of a green flag if a guy has female friendships that are not sexual? I think that's
Yeah.
like the greenest flag. Cuz the foundation of any relationship is friendship, right? If you can't be friends with women without turning it into like a sexual relationship, then that's a you problem, right?
Yeah.
I feel like you're thinking really hard about this, as if
I'm not
it's
thinking about
hard
it.
to comprehend.
No, I'm ready. I'm ready to go to your next game.
Okay.
No next game. No, we'll leave it off as a cliffhanger.
Well,
We'll end it off as it'll be like we'll go to the next game and then be like to be continued.
to be continued.
Yeah,
Okay.
for the next episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
No, but I'm gonna put me talking about this right now in the video.
What do you mean? Like this part is gonna be in there?
Should I?
How many people have reached this point in the podcast is my question.
Tell them to comment a specific word so that we know that they've watched all the
Okay.
way to the end.
If you watched all the way to the end, comment, Evan, I hate you. Right in the comments, please. Yeah. Do that.
Until next time then.
Till next time, freaks. Thank you for watching.